Welcome back to Steen Family Outdoors. We are on Amisk Lake in Saskatchewan at T&D Amisk Camp. This is the first of about 12 to 13 days of fishing we expect to have this week. I'm out here on day one myself. We'll have some other folks join us later in the week, and Ashley's gonna fly up for the second week of fishing. We're really excited to bring you just a pile of awesome content. Look for us to put out about a video a week of fishing as we go. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. With that, let's start fishing. We are in a shallow bay. The temperatures have been pretty cool this spring, cool and wet. So what we're planning to do here is just work this bay from the deep into the shallow. We've set up our drift. So we're gonna drift from a little bit deeper water into the shallower water, just kind of get a feel for things on what the activity looks like compared to the traditional spots that we fish here on Amisk Lake. And we're gonna kind of see the reactions and adjust our pattern from there. I did bring my fly rod out here, so I'll probably give the fly rod casting a bit of a go as well. But I'm gonna need to do some level of searching for fish as well. So I'll probably go back and forth between fly and conventional gear depending on how the fish are reacting. Let's get after it. All right. First fish of 2024. We tried some fly fishing for just a little bit and didn't get any response, didn't see any fish. So when we got here, Nick said head back into the shallow part of the bay, check out for walleye, just right out in the open. So we literally just puttered right into a spot, stopped, threw a line out, and bam, we caught our first fish. Nice walleye. Hopefully this is a eater fish. I got asked by the other guys to catch shore lunch. So a task I'm very happy to help with. All right, that is a perfect 18-inch walleye. Get another one of those in the cooler. First fish, we get one more of those, we'll have an awesome shore lunch to make for the four of us. We can probably get a little bit smaller walleye too, but I'm here for the big ones. There we go, another walleye. All right, there's another walleye. So all we're doing here is I'm throwing a 1/4 ounce jig tipped with a 3.5 inch swim bait. And I'm just bouncing that back for walleye, we're fishing in 5 feet of water. So this is like classic Canadian spring fishing. So we got another nice walleye. Should be a good eater fish. Yep, there we go. Perfect fish. And there we have, the camera's still out. There we have it. That's our shore lunch. So I'm going to keep fishing for walleye because it's a blast. I'm going to try to figure out the spot just a little bit more and just keep dropping waypoints where I catch fish at. And we're just going to keep doing this to help out when the guys get here tomorrow. If we want to fish for walleye, we got waypoints marked. We got a spot to go to. So off to a good start. There we go. Good deal. That walleye got off. That's kind of what we wanted to have happen. We're not keeping any more walleye today, so we're just doing catch and release. It's kind of a nice standard size walleye. You want to make sure I mark that on the GPS. Again, establishing that pattern. I am mixing with my retrieve just a little bit, and that time I did slow down quite a bit. I'm seeing some good cabbage weed growth underneath here, so I'm just trying to slow down a little bit. A little tap. And trying to play through the bottom. Ooh, a little. So, oh, there we go. Another one. So I'm trying to mess with my retrieve there, and I'm noticing that the slower retrieve is paying some dividends here. Oh, that's a nicer walleye. Really pretty walleye. Let's get the net out for this guy. All right, good fish. Actually, maybe not as good as I thought it was, but still, we're having a blast. Another walleye hits the net. This one really took that lure. So what I did there, again, I'm slowing down, and that slower retrieve really seems to be a pattern that's developing here. I know I'm only a few fish in, but slowing it down just a little bit. These walleye are taking it. That one gave me a few taps before it took it, and it really took it. Actually, let me get the pliers out here. That one's in there a little deeper than we like to see, but that's what she said. But we'll take care of that here right away. Perfect. So walleye are so easy to get unhooked with their, they're not quite as hard boned as our pike are. One just a shade over 20 inches, really nice walleye. So again, now we're hitting them on back-to-back cast, and it's just having fun fishing. There we go. Another walleye, good fish. Let's keep fishing. Tell you what, I've enjoyed learning to fly fish, but man, I love covering water, and it's really hard to beat conventional tackle out here when you just want to figure out what's biting, what's working, put some fish in the net, build your confidence up in your spots. Fly fishing's awesome. It's fun, but I do enjoy a good bait caster and working a jig. We moved out to the river inlet area. So when we fish a river inlet, there's a few things that make it desirable. First, we have current that comes in from the river that always makes sure that there's some level of water movement. And when we have a still day like today, that current can help to move fish and can help them spur some activity. This area also has kind of a weedy bay area. So what it creates is a system where you have water movement, and you also have an area of cover where pike or walleye can have ambush points. So we're gonna start throwing some pike lures, and then we might switch up and try to see if walleye are in here as well. Again, I'm not quite as familiar this time of year, the pattern. Typically, this is a big pike spot, but with where we're at in the season, I wanna stay flexible if we can run into walleye here as well. So let's get after it. Oh my gosh. Oh no, come on. Oh no! God dang it, Ryan. There we go. Whew. All right. Sweet. That is my first ever pike on the fly. It's a little guy, but you know what? Gotta keep sticking with this stuff. Okay, we tied into a really nice pike earlier. You saw me frustrated with that pike breaking us off. It just made a run around the boat. The line got caught on me and that was it. So cool, we got our first one. There we go, another pike. Nicer one. Oh. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Woo! Oh, come on. Come on. A little nicer pike, not huge, but okay. All right, hit the 3 foot mark. Nice 36-inch Northern Pike on the fly. All right, so the pike bite really turned on a bit. We were able to use the fly rod, and we ended up getting a lot shallower than I'm used to. Actually, later than I would expect, we were able to sight fish and see some. That was a blast. I've never done that before. And we had a break. I don't know if the video is going to show the fish that we broke off. It was the first pike that I actually tied into on a fly. But man, it made a hard run, got wrapped around the side of the boat, and I wasn't used to fighting a big fish like that. My drag wasn't well set. I got hooked around there, and it actually broke the leader to tippet line connection. So it's hard to judge what fish in the water, but we caught a 36-inch fish. The fish was definitely bigger than that. I know it wasn't bigger than 42, so in that 38 to 42-inch range, but we had a blast doing it. It's fun to know that we have another species checked off on the fly rod experience. We're gonna fish our last spot for the day. We're fishing the inlet from a point into a bay. We're gonna try this out for walleye and see what we can get tied into. And again, we're just trying to find spots and mark them for the guys coming to tomorrow and for the rest of our week. So we'll throw a few more lines out, and then that's gonna be our last spot for the day. That wraps up our first day out on the water. Camera malfunctioned, so I'm not sure if we actually got the last bit of it, but we had a good day. Put some good nice walleye in the boat. Got our first pike on a fly rod, which is really cool. Did have a monster break us off, so that was disappointing. First time. That was the first fish I hooked up with on a fly rod, so it was a challenge. I'm not sure if we got great video on that one or not, but it just made a hard run around the boat. Got caught up, snapped the leader to tippet connection, and lost it. So obviously a big fish that has enough power to break that connection. Yeah, would have loved to put that one in the boat, but we still got about 11, 12 days full of fishing to come. So thanks for joining, and until next time, get out there and enjoy the outdoors.